Howdy, y'all. I'm Brylan. So California recently rebuked Gavin Gruesome in a really awesome way. And listen to how Gruesome decides to react to Trump winning the presidency. California is ready to fight. I just called an emergency special session to help bolster our legal resources and protect our state against any unlawful actions by the incoming Trump administration. Whether it be our fundamental civil rights, reproductive freedom, or climate, we refuse to turn back the clock and allow our values and laws to be attacked. You know, Gruesome is one of the most disgusting, depraved leaders, government officials that we have in America. You know, he was my governor for several years, and man, I was born and raised in California, and I've watched that state become a horrid state to live in. It has become an absolute... We moved out of California about 2 years ago. Thankfully, we escaped just in time. And that state has become such a terrible, terrible place to try to raise a family. There's still beautiful parts, don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful state, but it is a terribly ugly state politically, and they are running it into the ground more and more with this insane radical left agenda that they keep pushing. Look at this picture right here that shows California in 2020 and then California in 2024. Overwhelmingly, massive support for Trump in California, a massive support for more conservative ideas. The fact that we even have to be talking about this today is baffling. It should blow your mind that the more conservative ideas are things like, I don't know, crime being crime. He's just getting roasted in the comments too. Look at this. Amazing that you're willing to put illegal immigrants in your big green hoax agenda above your actual tax-paying constituents who are quite frankly sick and tired of you. So, Californians can get ready for higher taxes, crime to continue to go up, and illegal immigrants to continue to get thousands of dollars of free handouts. Got it. How about implementing some anti-crime legislation now that California voters overwhelmingly approved Prop 36? In fact, here's Prop 36. California voters approve anti-crime ballot measure Prop 36. Now, if this was a radical left agenda measure, then they would have said California voters overwhelmingly approve. But you notice they didn't put overwhelmingly. Why? Because they big mad. Look at this, 69%. Basically 70% of California voted over almost 8 million votes. Almost 8 million people in California said, hey, no, we're done. We want Prop 36. We want sanity brought back to California. Now, how wonderful would it be if those 8 million people went, wait a minute, maybe Gruesome and his radical left agenda is the issue, and vote his butt out next time. But again, people are kind of... Look, Californians approved on Tuesday a measure that will impose stricter penalties for repeat theft and crimes involving all the things, steering away from recent progressive policies that critics blame for increased lawlessness. Gee, you don't say. Wait, so you're telling me that crime went up when they made crime not a crime? Proposition 36 will make it a felony, good, for someone to steal merchandise of any value after 2 previous offenses, and can lead to longer jail or prison sentences. Like, the radical left looks at this and goes, that's bigotry. That's not loving. That's not accepting. But they're insane. Crime is bad, believe it or not. I mean, breaking news, right? But when you decriminalize crime, it turns out people don't feel safe. Quality of life goes down. Should get a hat. Make crimes crime again. The ballot measure also allows judges to sentence convicted drug dealers who traffic in large quantities of things or who are armed with a thing while trafficking the things to state prison instead of county jails. Oh no, they have to go to prison instead of jail? Oh man, you mean these hard criminals that have no regard for life whatsoever and are just an absolute detriment to society have to go to prison when they commit their crimes. It will also create a treatment-mandated felony as a new category of crime by giving some eligible offenders an option for treatment instead of jail time. And listen to this. People got what they wanted and they went, oh wait, we don't want what we thought we wanted. The measure undoes key parts of a 2014 ballot measure, Proposition 47, which voters overwhelmingly passed during a time when the state Democratic leaders sought reverse what they argued was an ineffective, tough-on-crime era that swelled the state's prison population to unconstitutional levels. You love how they put that there. Supporters of the measure spent $16.23 million. Early funders included Walmart, Home Depot, and Target. Gee, you don't say. So all the stores that are getting robbed blind and can't do anything about it. In fact, do you know how many times you'd be in Walmart and you'd see people just like walk out with bags without paying, and people would be like, they're leaving the store. Aren't you going to do anything? And Walmart's like, no, we can't do anything. And if you try to do something, you're going to get in trouble for trying to stop someone from committing a crime, trying to protect merchandise. You know, these companies have lost hundreds of millions of dollars because of this radical left agenda, and they're feeling it. And it's about time they speak up, in a sense, I guess. I mean, they should be doing more. They should have never given into this garbage in the first place. Absolute cowards they are. To get something like a Prop 36 passed is a win, but we need to continue to fight for truth and make crime a crime again. In fact, California is so fed up with the radical left agenda and decriminalizing crime and just making the quality of life horrible in California. I know from experience that Los Angeles did this.
About this, Los Angeles has voted to oust far-left DA George Gascon, electing Nathan Hochman with 61% of the vote.
California also passed Prop 36, making shoplifting and theft a felony for repeat offenders and increasing penalties on drug charges.
Joining us right now is the winner, Los Angeles County District Attorney-elect Nathan Hochman. Nathan, America is glad you won. What is the message we get from your overwhelming election? We should get from it.
So the message is that the voters of LA County rejected extreme pro-criminal policies.
In fact, Gruesome is vehemently against Prop 36. He's made that known because he would rather California be a cesspit of absolute horrid destruction. He has ran that state into the ground. But also, this is why it's such, by the absolute grace of God, we were spared this woman for another 4 years. Because this is what she had to say about Prop 36.
How did you vote on Prop 36?
So my ballot is on its way to California, and I'm going to trust the system that it will arrive there. And I'm not going to talk about the vote on that because honestly, it's the Sunday before the election, and I don't intend to create an endorsement one way or another around it. So
she doesn't want to endorse a proposition that would make crime illegal, and that would. This is what we were spared from. But we're not totally spared. She's currently the vice president. Never forget that. What this woman has done, what the radical left agenda has done to our country. Thankfully, by the grace of God, enough people have woken up and have seen the destruction that this woman has caused to America. And remember this in 2028 as well. Commie law is going to fade into obscurity, and she's never going to ever be somebody that can run for president successfully. She's proven that multiple times. But someone like Gavin Gruesome over here, he's somebody that will run for president. He's somebody that is one of the new faces of the Democratic Party. He's not new, but he's going to be the face of the Democratic Party in 2028. And he is an absolute radical, just as bad as commie law. In fact, they were a duo in California for a long time, and look what they did to California. Imagine them doing that to the United States of America. What a horrid tragedy that would be. So don't forget that. In 4 years, when Americans typically like to forget and they end up voting in people like gruesome. That's why it's important, verses like this, Proverbs chapter 29, look at verse 16. When the wicked increase, transgressions increase, but the righteous will look upon their downfall. But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, join this community. I would love to hear from you on a regular basis. And please hit that thumbs up button, you know, when you like this video, to get pushed out to more people, and it would really help spread the truth. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.